Hello students, I am going to continue with the same topic, that is integration. Today we will discuss about the exercise 7.11, very important exercise. This is the last topic of integration, and in this exercise we will discuss about the some properties of definite integral. Some properties of definite integral. In this exercise there are 7 properties. Number 1, property P0, integration a to b f of x dx, integration a to b f of t dt. Right? Clear? In this property, it means you can change the variable. You can change the variable. If you change the variable, then there is no difference in the answer of both the statement, correct? Because you know that if you write here in x, if you write in the t, there is no difference. This is the first property. And the second property, that is property number P1, integration a to b f of x dx. You can change the limit, upper limit, lower limit, and lower limit, upper limit. You can change the limit, just minus sign before the integration. In this property, when you change the limit upper to lower and lower to upper, then the minus sign will come. Okay. The property number P2, that is integration a to b f of x dx. Integration you can write a to c and c to b f of x dx. This property we use in the modulus function, the greatest integer function. This property we use in the modulus function, and greatest integer function. Greatest integer function. Property number P2 we use in the modulus function. And how we can apply? Integration 2 to 4, suppose, and the question is mod x minus 3 dx. Mod x minus 3 dx. This C is called the breaking point. C is called the turning point of the modulus function. Therefore, put x minus 3 is equal to 0. Always put x minus 3 is equal to 0, then x is equal to 3. It means 3 is the breaking point. Your limit is 2 to 4, and 3 is the breaking point. You can understand like that. 2 to 4 and your breaking point is 3. Then there are two intervals, that is 2 to 3 and 3 to 4. 2 to 3 and 3 to 4. 2 to 3 means left interval, left side. In left side, we always take the negative function of modulus, that is minus x minus 3 dx, plus here we take positive function. Clear? Again put x minus 3 is equal to 0, then x is equal to 3. It means 3 is the breaking point. 2 to 3 and 3 to 4. In the left side of this portion, write the negative function of modulus, right? And the right hand side, write positive function. Now we take another example of modulus function. Another example. Property minus 5 to 5. Mod of x plus 2 dx. Another example. Can you tell me the turning point of modulus function? Put x plus 2 is equal to 0. Put x plus 2 is equal to 0. When you put x plus 2 is equal to 0, then x is equal to minus 2. It means minus 2 is the turning point. You can write like this. Minus 5 to minus 2 and minus 2 to 5. Minus 5 to minus 2. Minus 5 to 5 our limit. Minus 2. Minus 5 to minus 2 and minus 2 to 5. In the left hand side, write the negative of this function. Minus x plus 2 dx plus. In the right hand side, write the positive function. Correct? Property number P2 is clear. Now, property number P3. Property number P3. Integration a to b f of x dx. Integration a to b. You can write a plus b minus x dx. This is the property number P3. You can replace x by a plus b minus x. Right? You can also prove this property. So let a plus b minus x is equal to t, and the derivative of this minus dx is equal to dt. Now change the limit. Change the limit. This is right hand side. Put a here. When you put a here, then a to a cancel. Then b will come here. When you put here b, b to b cancel. Then a here. That is f of t. In place of dx, you can write minus dt. Correct? Now use P1 property. P1. P1, interchange the limit. When you interchange the limit, then the minus sign will come, and the minus into minus plus. Therefore, a to b f of t dt. Here we use property P1. We use here property P1. Property P1 very well. Now use property P0. Now use property P0. If we change the variable, then there is no difference. Now a to b f of x dx. Here we apply property P0. That is left hand side. Correct? You can prove all the terms like that. All are very easy. Correct? This is property number P3. And with the help of P3, you can create property P4. P4. Integration 0 to a f of x dx. In this property, add this and minus x. A plus 0 minus x, that is a minus x. A minus x dx. Same, this is the sub property of P3. With the help of P3, you can create this property. The same function, add lower limit plus upper limit minus x. It means a plus 0 minus x, that is a minus x. This is very important property. This is very important property. Very important property. We use this property in many questions. For example, question number 1, 0 to pi by 2. sin square x dx. This is the first question of exercise 7.11. Now apply P4. Replace x by a minus x. A is here pi by 2. So replace x by pi by 2 minus x. You can write integration 0 to pi by 2 sin square pi by 2 minus x. Apply this property here. 0 to pi by 2. The sin 90 minus x property. Sin 90 minus x. And that is cos x dx. This is second. On adding first and second. On adding first and second. I plus I here. I plus I to I. Integration 0 to pi by 2. Adding to that sin square x plus cos square x. Sin square x plus cos square x. That is 1. And integration of 1 x. Therefore pi by 2 minus 0, it means pi by 2. Therefore 2i. Therefore I is equal to pi by 4. This is the answer. This is the answer of this question. Right? You can check. When we apply P4, you know that when you apply P4, then on adding equation number 1 and 2, the question is simplified in the form. When you adding both equation number 1 and 2, then you will see that the question become very easy, right? Suppose when you are applying P4, and after applying P4, when you add equation number 1 and 2, then there is no simplification. इक्वेशन नंबर 1 और इक्वेशन नंबर 2 को जब तुम ऐड करोगे, तो ऐड करने के बाद तुम्हें लगेगा कि क्वेश्चन सिंप्लीफाई नहीं हुआ, द क्वेश्चन इज मोस्ट कॉम्प्लिकेटेड. इट मीन्स इन दैट केस वी डोंट अप्लाई P4. We don't apply P4. In that case, we apply P6. Correct? This is the main point of P4. Sometime we apply P4. Here we apply P4, and in the second equation the question is simplified. Then there is no need for adding equation number 1 and 2. Thus in second equation directly you can solve for the integration. Clear? P5. Integration 0 to 2a f of x dx. Integration 0 to a f of x dx plus integration 0 to a f of 2a minus x dx. This is property P5. With the help of property P5, you can create property P6 dx. That is twice 0 to a f of x dx. If this is conditional property, if f of 2a minus x is equal to f of x, and if f of 2a minus x is equal to minus f of x, then you can say this is equal to 0. This is equal to 0. This is the conditional property. Firstly check f of 2a minus x is equal to f of x. Then you can convert the question, write it 2 and limit 0 to a. It means the half of this portion. 0 to, if you have 2a, then you can write a. If you have pi, then you can write here pi by 2. Clear? And if f of 2a minus x is equal to minus f of x, then you can write 0. And the property P7, that is minus a to a f of x dx, you can write twice 0 to a f of x dx if f of minus x is equal to f of x. It means this is even function. And if f of minus x is equal to f of minus f of x, it means it is odd function. If it is odd function, then the result is 0. This is property P7 and this is property P6. Correct? Check again. This is the identification of P7, that minus a to a, then you can convert twice 0 to a f of x dx if this condition satisfies. F of minus x is equal to f of x. That is even function. If it is even function, then you can convert the question in the form of twice limit 0 to a. I will go with yes. But you know that if it is odd function, f of minus x is equal to minus f of x, it is odd function, then you can write directly it is 0. Correct? Mostly in 1 mark questions, so this property applied. This is property number P7. Clear? This is property number P7. Clear? Then try to solve this type of question. Okay, thank you.